All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Now, look, I've reacted to it, and I've seen a lot of clips and videos talking about this fire. I know I reacted to the Truth Is channel on his suspicions about the fire. Look, man, we all know fire season exists like every year. If you live in LA or in the hills, like, you know it's bound to come with those Santa Ana winds, all right? But I ain't finna sit here and act like boo-boo the fool and act like something very strange, something very weird was happening with these fires. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. It was very, very, very strange. And I had mentioned before that I used to work with the CCC when I was like 18 years old, the California Conservation Corps. We used to go there. I'm pretty sure, like I said, if they still exist, whenever there's a fire, the CCC will be there helping out. You can learn how to cut fire line, all that stuff. Sometimes we would be there for like 3 weeks, you know, maintaining the camp, the park, where all the firefighters come, and you hear stuff. You hear stuff. They'll let you know what the containment is, all that. You're from a distance, but you can see the fire. But Mel Gibson has spoken. I get so many videos sent to me. I want to check this out. I know a lot of people have their opinions on him. I've been rocking with this dude since Lethal Weapon. And then you have The Sound of Freedom, man. So I want to check this video out and hear what he has to say, because apparently they're saying his message is strong. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Joining us now, actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson, an old friend, a Malibu resident who tragically just lost his home to the Palisades fire. Mel, I was thinking about you when I saw this fire break out. I think I talked to Raymond. I said, is Mel okay? Is his family okay? I instantly thought of you. He said he thought you were okay. And I'm glad you got out. I'm glad your family is safe. But
you know, it's crazy because, like, I don't be following celebrities like that to know where they live or what area. I will say it was pretty, I was like, dang, I didn't realize how many people were there. And another thing too, real quick, a lot of people I seen are saying, like, why aren't they interviewing people who aren't celebrities? And first thing, I was thinking that too. And then I said, well, maybe these people don't want to be interviewed. I mean, you got a lot of these people who are actors who are used to having cameras in their face. I was saying to myself, like, if my house burned down, knock on wood, I don't know if I would want a camera like that in my face, because you might be too emotional where you can't even speak. You know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking. Maybe people just don't even want to be.
tell us what it was like to be on Rogan's podcast when I guess you learned that your home had been lost.
Wait, what?
I didn't learn it was lost. I knew the neighborhood was on fire, then I was in the path, so I was a little tense while I talked to Joe, but
oh, no.
he's a guy that can put you at your ease fairly well, so I was doing okay.
He was on a
And I
podcast.
knew that
Mel,
my family was safe and out of harm's way.
were you able to get possessions that, of course, are really immaterial when you have your family, but I've been to your house. It was an incredible home, beautiful home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those are okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large, everything was just, it looked, when I got there the other day, I went up there yesterday it looked like Dresden, after Bomber Harris got through with it. Yeah.
Mel,
so nothing left.
For those of us watching this from afar, try to convey to us the feeling of seeing your home, your neighbors' homes, and the community there at such a loss.
I mean, it's tragic. It makes you really sad. I was actually, there are neighbors I have that I was actually looking at them. I felt worse for them than I did for myself. I look at it as a strange mixture of sadness and almost kind of an elation in a sense that I count my blessings, no matter what. These are things, and they may or may not be replaceable, but they're only things, and we're still here, and I just kind of look at it as almost in a weird kind of way a purification but of course it's very sad, and there were many things, gone in the blaze that, I've thought about since. I thought, oh damn, that's too bad, but works of art, photographs, rare books, old books, some as old as 1600. It's like crazy,
irreplaceable.
And
you don't really hear people talk about like books. Like, I ain't saying a lot of people don't be reading like that, but you don't really hear them say stuff like this. Most of the times it'll be like pictures, but man, I'm just tripping out how like it just looks so much like Maui, man. So much. And again, we went there for our honeymoon. So seeing Maui burnt down and kind of remember, like I've been to Palisades, but I really ain't been to Palisades, if you know what I mean. But like Maui, I can remember what everything looked like, what the area looked like. So it just looked really apocalyptic.
Irreplaceable stuff. Yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. It was only a month ago that the flames threatened us, 200 meters away on the other side. And of course the wind shifted and it came in and whipped and got us from the other direction. So it was an interesting.
You've heard the.
Go on.
You've heard a lot of people say a lot of things about these fires. Obviously, the winds were horrific, but they were predicted. I know that last weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they said this could be tragic with these winds if any fire starts.
Sure.
Do you believe in what you know so far, anything could have happened like this?
Yeah, well, one always suspects that this might happen, but one thinks that the resources, and the capabilities of the men and women will be on standby, that they'll be able to cope with any situation that comes up. But apparently, some people were asleep on the job, mainly our leaders there. But
here we go.
That's something they have to live with. And but that's something that community has to live with. And it's really sad. I mean, I have many friends that are, looking for a place to put a roof over their heads, and kids, and they're traumatized. Someone should answer for it, but we'll see. I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there, and the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that, and ready to go, and he had been lighting fires, but they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So
yeah, apparently
there are people actively going around looking for these conditions. Yeah. Yeah,
apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged. It's a very confusing set of facts because apparently he was.
See, This is what I'm talking about, man. It's been so many crazy. Just I reacted to the video with the guy with the blowtorch. Always, and me and my wife, we were on our way on the freeway on the 210, and we saw a fire, and we were looking around like, how did this fire start? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of stuff just seemed like people were starting them on purpose. Like, I don't know why that's so hard to believe. You know? I mean, you start a fire in the wind. We just got our trees cut yesterday. Because I was like, nah, that's it. Because the way that wind was blowing, I'm like, this tree is about to fall on the house. The wind was so strong. I get that. I understand it. But some of these, it just didn't make sense, man. It didn't.
Reportedly trying to light things on fire, but it's not the fires, I guess, that they're... I mean, it all seems very bizarre, but they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire. There's obviously still investigating this, and at the same time, Mel, there are numerous complaints, as you alluded to, that the fire hydrants did not have water or water pressure, and the LA fire chief herself reacted. Watch this.
My stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
Mel, reaction to that?
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder,
Is it?
Whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Well, Mel, there's already talk, and we played a couple of sound bites of reimagining the way rebuilding occurs. And obviously there's a great need for high-density housing in California and across the country. That's a big push by the climate folks. And you're already hearing rumblings of that. In this case, like, goodbye.
Are they about to talk about, because again, it was something about 2028 smart LA or something like that. Hey, think what you want to think, believe what you want to believe. I'm just here trying to inform myself. A lot of people, you know, were sending me saying this video is going viral because Mel Gibson is speaking. And I'm just like, yo, hey, you can't tell me this ain't weird, man. Oh. Like, what's going to happen next fire season? Right? Like, what's going to happen? Is it going to be water? I mean...
Single-family homes, hello, high-density housing.
Yeah. It's pretty scary, and it'll take decades to do that too. It's like even if it, you know, if it's a good idea, which I don't know if it is, but reminds me of the old cattle barons clearing people off the land, you know. But I don't know. I have, you know, I can make all kinds of horrible theories up in my head, conspiracy theories and everything else, but it just seemed a little convenient that there was no water, and and that the wind conditions were right, and that there are people ready and willing and able to start fires. And are they commissioned to do so, or are they just acting on their own volition? I don't know. But they seem pretty well equipped, some of these people that they're catching.
A lot of questions. A lot of questions, Mel. Mel, a message tonight.
Yeah, you know, I'll sift through the remains of my place and see if I can find any clues for you.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Hey, she be trying to get them to
Spend less on hair gel. That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I don't know if the title of this video is going to be my title, but the title of the video I'm watching, it says, Mel Gibson's message to Newsom, spend less on hair gel. Okay, that's where, okay. Hey, man. Oh, boy.
What can I say to them? Not big admirer of either, but there you go.
Now, Mel, I know multiple shows and films have been put on hold. Everyone's livelihood has been put on hold, been involved in these fires, affected by the fires. And I know you have a film, Flight Risk, that's coming out in just 2 weeks. First film you've directed since 2016's Hacksaw Ridge, which we love. The Ingram family loved Hacksaw Ridge. So what can we expect with the industry going through changes already with these fires affecting production? And I can't wait for this film.
Oh, sure. There's going to be, I think, people will have to adapt. I mean, very few things are made in California now anyway. I mean, over all these years, the playing field never really got leveled as far as, tax exemptions and all this advantages and you could get from making film here. So, production goes on in the various places that it does. And I think for the industry, times of crisis have always been good for the entertainment industry. Not that I'm saying any crisis is good, no, but I think people want, they want to be entertained during those times, and they like escapism and just things for pure entertainment, which is what I was trying to do with Flight Risk anyway. It's just a pure entertainment piece. But
well, we need it. We need pure entertainment. And Mel, you know what else we need? You know what else we need, which I cannot wait to talk to you about at length, is the resurrection. And I know you've been working on that for quite a long time. But how wonderful it will be for us to have the resurrection in film. And what can you tell us briefly?
Briefly? Wow. It's
all right. So he has his theories. A lot of people do. I wanted to hear what he had to say and why was he going so viral. Look, man. I consider myself a deep thinker. As you get older and wiser, your brain works different. As you go through things in life, you have a different outlook. You become extremely grateful. You try to inspire. That's where I'm at in life. But I feel like every time there's situations like this, I was listening to J.J. Redick, the Lakers head coach. His house burned down. And he was just like, because how they were talking about the movies, like she was asking about the movie. And it's true, like people do be looking for an escape, before you get back to reality. And J.J. Redick was saying, because, they postponed the Laker games and he was just like, he wants to play. He needs to, or the team wants to play. He wants to be out there coaching because they need an escape. I don't know, man. It's like you hate to think these things. You don't want your mind to go there. But it's so much evil in the world. It's so much crazy things that be happening. It's like you owe it to yourself to think outside the box. So I get what he's saying. Things just be seeming off, man. And like I was talking about how is this year gonna be? 2024 was so crazy. How is 2025 gonna be? And look at what we are. Look at how I started off on New Year's Eve in New Orleans, and look at where we are. You got all these people who lost their homes. I don't even know how they're gonna start. And I'm talking about everybody, especially the ones who aren't celebrities, who don't have multiple houses. Because you know, a lot of these people do. But at the same time, a lot of these celebrities had, you know, I just think about pictures and you know, just a lot of, everybody has memories. Whether you have 1, 2, 3 house, something in that house is special to you. You know, of course they're going to be able to rebuild quicker and faster than your average person, but they still lost things. You know, it sucks. All of it sucks. But I don't know, man. Something definitely seemed weird about it. But hey, appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Please like, share, and comment below. Peace out.